Passage 30. Listen to part of a lecture in an environmental science class.
As we discussed, each species in the food chain of an ecosystem plays an important part in maintaining the balance of the system. If one species becomes more dominant than others, then the ecosystem can develop serious problems. A typical food chain will contain different levels of life forms, starting with a producer species, usually green plants, which use non-living matter such as sunlight, minerals, and gases to support life. The next level of the system consists of consumers, which are animals that depend on the plants for food. Farther up the system are animals, also referred to as consumers, which eat other animals. Then there are the decomposers that convert dead plants and animals back into minerals and gases to start the cycle all over again. Let's consider the effects of a break in the food chain in an ecosystem by examining the role of the sea otter in the giant kelp forest ecosystems found along the coast of California. The sea otter is a keystone predator species in the system, feeding on sea urchins. In the 1800s, the sea otter was almost wiped out from overhunting in order to meet consumer demands for its fur. With the loss of the sea otter population as a check on the proliferation of sea urchins, the sea urchin population exploded. Uncontrolled populations of sea urchins can eat the giant kelp at remarkable speeds and can decimate entire forests in a short period of time. When the giant kelp forest disappeared, a large diversity of over 800 marine species that depended on them also disappeared. And so, in this instance, we can see that a break in the food chain can destroy an entire ecosystem. Currently, scientists are assisting the recovery of the giant kelp ecosystem. Hindrance to natural recovery is now due more to the effects of pollution than the imbalance in species populations. The increase in human populations along the coast has resulted in high levels of sewage and industrial pollutants in the giant kelp ecosystem. Scientists, however, have devised the following process to help the kelp forest recover more quickly from ecological devastation. Scientists collect reproductive blades from wild kelp plants and induce these blades to release their spores under laboratory conditions. The kelp spores settle on ceramic tiles and grow into juvenile kelp plants under close supervision. When the kelp plants reach 1 to 2 inches tall, the tiles are transported to the ocean and attached to reef structures. After the kelp plants grow and mature, reaching up to 5 feet in a matter of months, the tiles are removed. This new kelp forest will continue to expand in size and become home to hundreds of forms of marine life.